Be closer to Gabe.
Okay, here we are. It's day one of the Juice Feast. We're going to do 25 days. We are going to document that for you in brief little snippet videos for you to watch here. It's the Sessler family. I'm Jerrod, Nikki, Farrell, Gabe, and Jake. And we are doing this for a number of reasons, so we'll kind of I'm going to go through and let everybody talk about why they're doing it. I'll tell you that our story is pretty well documented. If you look on the internet and search for Jerrod Sessler or a book that Nikki and I wrote called 5% Chance, you can look that up. About 12 years ago, I was diagnosed with terminal cancer and changed to a primarily raw plant-based diet at that time. And so some of you may look at what we're doing. Basically what we're doing is a juice feast. So we're going to do juicing for 25 days straight, and then there's some variations to how each family member is going to go about it and what we're going to do here. So you can kind of follow that over the 25 days, and we'll get into more detail, but not to make this video too long as the opener. We'll just kind of go through some of the basics. So that's kind of our background. It may seem like this is easier for us because we already have a fairly healthy diet and lifestyle of a plant-based diet, which is primarily raw, but this still feels like a pretty significant deal to us. So I'll start with why I want to do it. A couple of big things. One is I'm in pretty good shape, but I'm turning 42 this month, and I have a little bit of stomach fat, little bit of excess fat on my body that I'd like to get rid of, and so that's kind of my selfish motivation. I also want to help support my family in just building a better, stronger habit of juicing regularly and continuing to explore how we can eat better and support kind of the reasons why they want to do this and make some changes. Additionally, there's sort of a spiritual element to it for me, where I don't really want to merely ask God for the strength for me to simply be able to drink juice that's great for me and tastes good every single day. It seems like such a lame request. I mean, I really want my mind and my heart to be focused on seeing God's miraculous power in our lives on a daily basis, for us, for our family, for the people that are around us, for the people of the world who literally may not know the great news of the gospel and need to and really want to experience God in their daily life. And so I'm really seeking the Lord to try to see what great things can happen through Him and through my prayer time during this 25 days. So with that, let me explain just briefly, and then we'll kind of go around here and let everybody have some input. I don't think that this is mentally should not be super challenging, although Nikki and I have shared quite a bit of anxiety over the last couple of weeks. One thing I'll recommend is, if you do want to do something like this, don't use a lot of planning time, because I don't think today is going to be more difficult than the last 2 weeks, just because we've been so anxious about, like, what are we going to do, how's it going to go, what are we going to feel, that kind of thing. So but here's the thing, is I believe all of the food that we eat, we do it for one of two reasons. One, we either do it for nutrients, or we do it for comfort or for pleasure. And all we're saying in this 25 days is that we're going to give away part of our pleasure. Okay, we're still likely going to enjoy what it is that we're eating, but we're going to deny ourselves physically of some of the things that would bring us pleasure and comfort for this next 25 days. And we're going to focus on making sure we just get the nutrients that we need. And we're going to get all of that and more, I'm sure. And then I'm sure we'll take a little bit of pleasure and comfort out of it as well. It's certainly not going to be grueling. But we're going to, in that equation, we're going to take away a lot of the pleasure and comfort. And for those of you who maybe need to lose 25 or 50 pounds or 100 pounds, which probably most everybody watching this video needs to, I would ask you, just like, really, when you think about it, there's only one person standing in your way, and there's no reason that you couldn't do this same kind of thing for 10 days or for 25 days or for 60 days or whatever, based on whatever the need is that that you have physically, and then use that as a launch pad to build some new habits and change some things and stuff like that. So with that, are you being annoying, Jake? Oh, good. Nice of you to get dressed for this video, I see. That's really good. I'll jump to Nikki. So she is amazingly uncomfortable on video, so we'll make this super easy. Why do you want to do this? What are the motivating factors for you?
There are several, as you also had. Would love to lose some weight. I know Jerrod is in great shape, but I am not. Would love to lose some weight. Would love to break caffeine addiction that I have. Admittedly, I talk about it in the book openly. It's a very big struggle for me, and
So you think it's more so caffeine than sugar?
Big comfort. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Caffeine or sugar. I mean, I'm hoping that both of them. It's Pepsi or Coke is really it, and that's caffeine and sugar. So, who knows which one it is that.
Yeah, it must be a combination, because Pepsi is like annoyingly grossly sweet, and Coke is not quite as sweet, but it's still got a lot of caffeine in it.
Right. I don't know. It's one of the two, and with what we're doing, hopefully both will be gone. And as Jerrod said, just really taking this time to, I think, give something that I feel like I cannot live without is a really good way for me to just really allow God to tell me that I can, and hopefully, I know for me and what a stronghold this has on me, that the only way that I'm going to make this through and not be a bear is through God and helping me daily. So,
and it's cool that we get to do it together, not just you and I, but as a family too. So speaking of that, Gabe, what's your motivating factor? Like, why is it that you want to do this?
I want to get a bigger six-pack.
Nice. We are looking for serious answers here, because there's people all over the world that are going to be watching this, and
cool.
I mean, all three of you are in pretty good shape. You're pretty healthy. You eat primarily raw, plant-based food, anyways. So, is there anything in particular, seriously, that any of you want to accomplish? Like, what about some of the goals we set out last summer when we were thinking about what changes we could make, Farrell?
We were thinking about juicing more.
Yeah, so maybe one of the benefits could be you guys would learn to get more comfortable juicing more often and being creative with some of the recipes and things like that. What do you think, Jake?
Well, the only thing we're going to be having is this juice every day and a salad and water.
And some produce and stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we
Just
have
like-
one for breakfast.
Just like we were eating from the garden, right?
Mm-hmm.
So and that's where in the future days, as days go by, we'll explain what the different versions are. All five of us are kind of on a different plan as far as what we want to accomplish, and also what it is that we're actually going to do every day. So I'm doing an all juice for 25 days, and then everybody's doing something different. So we'll truncate this here, and I'll promise that our daily updates will likely not include our whole family every time, but we'll make them super short so that they're nice little quick snippets that you can enjoy and watch. Anything anybody else wants to add real quick?
No.
Maybe we can all grab a drink.
Oh, Daddy.
Anybody want to grab a drink?
Cheers! Cheers! Daddy. Guys, get your water. Say cheers. Daddy.
Mm-hmm.
Mama, cheers. Me and Gabe are making a cookbook.
Yeah.
Daddy, when do you think you can